smells like cheese, but Grandpa's got a secret, and yeah, he smells like cheese. Old people don't just nap on
That or
his
nothing.
feet. They keep so in their way. Jesus, well, that's the laser sucker games. Jesus, they got lightning in their veins. Jesus, send their hearing aids instead. Jesus, slider walkers to the sun. Jesus, look out there, Jesus.
Hey there, folks. Hope y'all are having a good evening now. Now, I got a special treat for you. Since it's real late at night, I know it's kind of a nerve thing for me to do this late at night. But you've seen where I did one earlier today, and you talked to some people, Brody and Ryan. Well, Ryan, I decided to bring him back. I mean, he's too good a guy. Brody really couldn't make it this evening, but we might have him back soon. But I like these two guys right here. Ryan brought along another person,
Hey,
another
three,
guy.
Mike. Three.
Huh?
There's three people.
3 people. Who all is it?
It's me, Luke Bryant, and Wilson Garrett.
Oh, okay, y'all. 3 people. Well, I think one of them's new. It's a friend of Ryan's. He's went out clubbing with us a few times. But you met Luke Bryant last night. Luke, it's good for you to join us finally.
Thanks, Mike. I really appreciate you letting me be on the show.
Oh, no, it's a pleasure to have all of you.
Thanks, Mike.
Now, y'all, we talked about how old some of these people were today. Talked about how old Ryan was. He's 114. But I just can't remember. How old are you, Luke?
I am 119 years old.
Dang it. Yeah, that's right. He's older than me. And I think his name is Garrett. Well, how old are you, Garrett?
No, his name's Wilson.
Wilson?
His name's Wilson.
Okay, how old is Wilson?
I'm 118 years old, sir.
118. Dadgummit, folks. Ain't it? These boys are older than me. But I'm catching up to Wilson. He's 118. I'm 117. I'm catching up, folks. Now, we talked earlier today about how I met Ryan. Now, how I met Luke. It was a funny story. Me, Ryan, and Brody were out clubbing. Ryan brought along Wilson for the first time. We went out to the shooting range that day and played golf and all kinds of stuff that day. But we were out clubbing. And Luke, he was actually trying to hit on a girl that night. He was standing over there. Come over here, honey. Let's just go out onto the floor. Well, Luke got smacked. Yeah, we all hate that, folks. But he got smacked. And it's real bad sometimes when that happens. But we walked over to him and said, "What you doing trying to do that with that girl, boy?" Ryan had to tell him what the heck was wrong with him, and Wilson started ganging up on him like, "Son, you need to learn." But I mean, y'all.
Mike,
Yeah?
you need to ask him what sport they play.
We get to that. I'm just telling the folks how I met these 2 people.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah. The first time Ryan brought out Wilson and let us meet him, he is not a big a risk taker like Ryan, but he's on the edge. I'll tell you that, folks. He lives on the edge a lot. So, I mean,
Thanks, Mike.
you got to learn how to live with it. But, woo, these boys, they've been together a long time. Actually, Ryan, ain't you known Wilson longer than you have known Brody?
Yeah, it's been, actually, this is tomorrow's the 87th year.
87. Dang, that's 6 more years than you known Brody. And we've known Luke for about 40, 45 years. But I mean, I just, like Ryan just mentioned a minute ago about their sports, I just can't remember them. Luke, what sport you play? Have you played?
Well, I play football and basketball, but currently I am a professional bass fisherman fishing on the FLW Tour.
You're a what now?
I'm a professional bass fisherman.
Bass fisherman. Oh yeah, Luke likes to do that stuff in his old age. He's always thought it was nice. What about you, Wilson? I just can't remember it.
I like to shoot skate for my hobby, and also like to fish and hunt, but mainly on the sports occasion of that, I play soccer.
Yeah. I mean, ever since I met Wilson, he just, like he said, he loves to hunt, fish, stuff like that. We've went out hunting a few times. Like I told you when we met Luke, we went out that day. I remember one time Wilson was with us, and he shot this big old deer. Now, the only thing about this deer, it wasn't a buck and it wasn't a doe. You know what we called it? A doe-ray buck. Because it was big, but it turned out to be a female deer. And it had one horn, and then on the other side, it didn't have no horns. We thought it just got cut off, but no. It was clean. There wasn't no horn. But Wilson shot that thing, and I think we cooked it up the next day. It was real good, I believe, if I can remember correctly. We had a good day that day, didn't we, Wilson?
Yes, sir. We had a good day.
We went fishing after that, and Ryan caught this big old fish. I mean it, y'all. It was like, it's huge. It was huge. We cooked that off.
Hey, Mike.
Huh?
Can you tell them one of our NAM stories when me and you used to have a good old time?
Oh, back in, yeah. I knew. I think Wilson.
When was that? Was that back in 87?
No, that's been longer than that. I
When
died.
was it? My mind tried to fade away.
Yeah, you losing it. It's about, I think, 50 years ago, I think. But
I thought, yeah, come on.
it was me, Luke, and Ryan. And then Wilson came in. He came in about 20 years after. We were all together. Once we all knew each other. But me, Luke, and Ryan were out scouting around one day. Well, we came across a guy who shot his foot off. Y'all already know about that. It's good old Jimmy. A guy who shot his foot off. He'd already shot it off once, and I've never told you that. But he had shot it off once, and we decided, well, we just gonna have to help him. So we called somebody, and it turned out to be Cal. Y'all know about Cal, so I don't want to talk about them people. I got too many good people here with me right now. So we were all together that day, and we helped out Jimmy, and we moved on. We kept on going. We decided he'll be fine, just let him be. We moved on. Well, Luke decided to go nut wild, and he pulled out his rifle, and he took a shot. He's like, boom, poof. He thought he saw a squirrel. He said, well, maybe we can eat something to get something for dinner. Something good. Because that food was nasty. Didn't we have, like some weird shrimp or something one time? They cooked, y'all?
Oh, yeah, we caught some weird shrimp out of this body of water. I understand it. It was alright. It was nasty. I remember it still to this day.
Yeah. Oh. And then they fixed some weird, wasn't it like blue corn or something?
Yeah, it was blue corn.
But you know what they did, folks? They put blue Kool-Aid and poured it all over it. Because it was bland, they said. And then the mashed potatoes were horrible. They were black. Yeah.
Mike,
Yeah.
tell them the time we found the Indians in the cave.
Indians in the cave. Oh!
Do you remember that, Mike?
Yeah, I remember it. It was that same day, matter of fact, John. We were walking along, and once we moved on from Jimmy and all that, once Luke shot the squirrel, and then we came up on the cave and all. Okay. Of course, the first one to say, let's go in it, was Luke. I'm telling y'all folks, that boy's, woo! But he's a lot of fun. We go clubbing with him sometimes. Huh?
What was I doing?
Well, Ryan, you said no. Let's not go in there because I think they're going to take our squirrel if there's anything in. He worried about coyotes. All of us were worried about coyotes. We had our guns on us, but we didn't want coyote for dinner because we knew what was coming, what was there when we got back. Yeah, we had some nice fatback and stuff that night, but we didn't want to catch no coyotes. I mean, why want coyotes when you got fatback? But we decided to go in, just a matter of fact, and see what was in it. Well, we just kept on walking. There was a bunch of markings on the wall. Ryan, didn't you say one of them said, "Boo, come get me"?
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
"Boo, come get me." And then Luke read one, but folks, let's not talk about the one Luke read. Just say it wasn't too particularly great. But we kept on walking, kept seeing a bunch of old markings. I found one that said, "Hamu grabbed the cow." I don't know why it said Hamu grabbed the cow, but we realized it later on. We got to the back of that cave and there was Indians roasting a cow. I didn't get it. I guess they wrote down everything they ate. So y'all really don't want to know. Y'all really don't want to know what Luke read then. So, they said, we said,
What did we do after they started screaming at us?
well, none of us particularly ran from anything, folks. None of us like to run from anything. None of us got scared. Matter of fact, we lifted up our rifles and said, "You better back off before we knock you out." And they like, "Hey, whoa, no. They spoke English for some reason. They were in Nam, but hey, back off. Ah! They were kind of backing off from us. They said, take the cow. It's like, we don't want to take your cow. Just keep the cow. Well, we decided to give them the squirrel, but what Luke just said about them screaming at us and yelling, oh boy. When we tried to hand them that squirrel, one of them went, "Oh my God, hey. Hey, started screaming at us and yelling and popping off. Picked up this weird stick and started swinging it. Yeah.
How about the Gamecocks? Are they going to be good this year? Well, let's
Yeah, Ryan, let me finish it. But yeah, that was the same day we met Wilson.
My bad.
We took off out of that cave because we like, just take it. Okay, here. We laid it down. We walked off. Them Indians were crazy. All I got to say, they were crazy. Take the cow. So we took off. That was the day we met Wilson. When we got back to camp, here he comes coming off the plane. Doot-de-doot-de-doot-de-doot-de-doot-de-doot-de-doot-de-doot-de-doot. We didn't know what to expect. A bunch of other people came off that plane, but I can't remember them. Maybe one day I will. Whew! It was a crazy day. But, y'all, I'm going to save 9 stories for another time. But let's just keep asking working with each question the boys and I will talk about. You said about them, yeah, South Carolina Gamecocks. Y'all know, I support that team. I always have, I always will. No matter how good they bat. Y'all, plainly in sight, I think they're going to be awful this year, but I will stick with them.
How about Clemson?
Clemson, I'd say with their odds and their quarterback and all that, I think they got a pretty good chance. They might just have a chance to win the ACC this year. Huh?
Remember when we played college ball together, Mike?
College ball. Oh, yeah. Y'all, you just now found out my secret. Huh?
What school did we go to?
University of Tennessee, Ryan.
I forgot.
Hey, we had a good year thing going. Yeah, y'all know I played basketball with Ryan and I coached against him, stuff like that. But me and Ryan played ball once together. We played football, matter of fact. Yeah, like he just said. You know, folks, football was never mine or Ryan's cup of tea. He loved running the ball and I loved throwing the ball, but I couldn't just throw it. I went back and then I went, and it didn't go far, but Ryan, he could run. A lot of people could run. Matter of fact, no, never mind. Think it's somebody else. Gosh, dog it. And you know who was standing on them sidelines? Wilson. I didn't even know him then. Me and Ryan hardly knew each other back then, but we became good friends and all that over the years.
Remember when we partied?
Party?
Yeah.
Ryan, we still got the party going. It's like boom, boom, pow. Yeah, we still party this day, folks. I told you, we go out to the club.
Yeah, we do.
We party. You know, it's been forever
We
since.
all together.
Yeah, it's been forever since Wilson joined us. Wilson, you should make plans to go out with us sometime.
Yeah, I like to get out there and boogie, Mike.
Yeah, we'll have to all get out and boogie together and all that. Go out to the club and have a good time. Yeah.
Mike,
Huh?
do you remember when I played college football? I didn't play it for Tennessee. I played for a different school.
I don't think I recall that.
You don't recall it. Mike, what did I do in college?
Oh. Look, you're telling me that. Just remembered that story. You see, I've known Luke for a longer amount of time than Ryan has. Matter of fact, me and him have been friends for a good long time. He did come up to Tennessee once, but we went out for drinks and he had to head back up to Maryland and all. Such like that. But I did go up there and visit him one time, and it was a crazy night. Oh boy, it was crazy. Luke, he got
Isn't
crazy.
that when you started to have those injuries?
Injuries.
Yeah, isn't that when you started wearing down?
I ain't left football in yet, right? I ain't left it yet.
Oh, you still have? You still play?
I still played then. But
Oh, yeah, we went out like a couple weeks ago to play, didn't we?
Ryan, I'm talking about this has been a long time ago. I don't play football no more, neither do you. But folks, when I was out with Luke, the strangest thing happened. We ran into a bunch of people we knew. And the shocker was, by the end of the night, I seen Ryan riding up on his little moped. Folks, he loved that moped. He had all kinds of Harley Davidson stickers all over that thing, and it was painted black with fiery red. He rode up right beside Wilson. I still didn't know who Wilson was till a long time ago. He was a bit quiet back then. Now he's just party style. But what happened that night was Luke and we took off. I went up there and visited him when I was in college campus, and it was the weekend. We decided we're going to go rent a motel room. So we hopped in the car. We decided, heck with it, let's just drive. Well, the fact is, we ended up back in Maryland. First thing that happened is we started taking off towards Vegas. Now, we never hit Vegas, folks. We didn't hit Vegas. We were about 5 miles down the road from Maryland, going from the university up there. 5 miles down the road, Luke said, "You know what? I feel like going to the club." So we decided we packed a bunch of stuff to go that weekend. Our clubbing clothes, everything. Party clothes, everything we needed. Because we're going to rent that motel room. So we were going and we got to the club, we partied. You know, folks, y'all see all this whipping and stuff. Now I got to make teeny stuff. But back then, it was that daddy groove style. You did what? You move. That's it. Be good and such. But we got done at the club, and it was a long night, but I'm going to kind of skip ahead a little bit. We partied. We had a good time. There's a lot of clubbing involved. A few girls that I can't recall their names. Such like that, but I told you we never made it to Vegas. We ended up straight back where we were at the university. We planned on renting a motel room. We'd already signed papers and stuff. We online, stuff like that. But near the end of the night is when we ran into Ryan. This is before we knew we were going to end up back at the university. Luke and I both thought, hey, we're about 30 miles from Vegas. We can get there. Well, we pulled over at the gas station. Here comes Ryan. Riding up on that moped with Wilson right beside him. So they pull in and we're like, what are you doing here? Well, Wilson takes off and goes in and gets some drinks. All kinds of drinks. I can't remember how many it was. And we started talking. Ryan, I asked him why the heck he was here. He was like, I didn't have nothing else to do this weekend. Figured I'd just drive up here. Now, folks, this was Sunday evening. Ryan had been riding that moped for almost 2 days straight just to get up here. Yeah. So we said, let's just keep on going to Vegas. So we just started riding down the road. About 2 hours later, we ended up right back at the university. And Luke was like, what the heck are we doing back here? Hey, it's Sunday night. We ain't got no other thing to do. Might as well just be back here at the university. That was one crazy night, young. I don't want to speak about some of it because there was a few things that we don't really need to talk about. Once we got back, though, we just said, let's party. So we went into Luke's fraternity. Wasn't it the fraternity place or something? Luke.
Yeah.
Wasn't it the fraternity place or something?
Yeah, it was like one of them pretty good places.
Yeah. It was his group or something. And the hottest thing was they were all out of town. Here's the funny part, y'all. We didn't realize it was spring break. I didn't realize it was spring break for Luke's school. So we said, let's just have a party right here. We partied all night, y'all. Well, me and Ryan got back late. We missed all our classes. We didn't come back till Tuesday. We said, heck with it. We spent that whole day driving down. We bought this trailer for cheap, y'all, and hooked it up to the back of my car, and we just rode down the road. It was a few days of partying then. We messed up with our classes and stuff. But the thing is, we didn't know where Wilson was. And before I knew him, again. But Ryan was going down the road and said, where is that boy? Where is that boy? And Luke called me up and said, y'all left somebody here. And I told Ryan, he's like, yep. What the heck are we going to do, Mike? We told him, just tell him to fly down here. I'll pay him back when he gets here. Such like that. Yeah, it was one crazy road back. By the time we got home, Wilson was there and he picked up Ryan and they headed on home, stuff like that. But it was crazy, y'all. Y'all want to talk about anything else?
Mike.
Yeah.
Remember that time when we were watching Luke play, or not Luke, Wilson play soccer and he tore his leg?
Tore his leg. Oh, yeah. This about a few years ago. Didn't he play in the league?
The MLS.
Yeah. Didn't he play in the league for about, I think it was about 10 years?
Yeah.
He quit about 15 years ago, didn't he?
Yeah.
Ain't that right, Wilson?
Yeah, Mike, I was about to use Jesse.
Mm-hmm. Well, tore his leg, yeah. I had known Wilson for a good while then and all, but here I was. I paid a whole lot of money to go to this game. I'm just kidding, y'all. Ryan covered our tickets and all. Luke joined us. A bunch of us went, but I just can't remember all the names right now. We all went, though, and we were watching Wilson. He was out there. He played a lot of positions. He was good at all, most of them. This was a game. It was unbelievable. His team won. It was like 10-0. Wasn't it, Wilson?
Yeah, we smoked in that game, Mike. You went out.
But he was going good the whole game. He was kicking. And then one time, he went up to kick the ball. And I mean it, folks. It's like this. He's standing there and he went. He tore that leg up. And his back has been bad ever since. Ain't that right, Wilson?
Yeah, I remember that. I got for a little bit.
Yeah. Well, Wilson, he's the only one out of the. I do believe. Don't all four of us use canes?
Oh, I haven't used my cane yet, but Luke is in bed.
Yeah, he had to. Wilson had to use the cane after he tore that back up. That's why he stopped soccer. He played about another whole season or so, about another year or two, I think. I believe so. He played for about another year or two, but he just couldn't take it. His leg was too bad, and his back just killed him then. But these are some good boys right here, folks. I gotta tell you. I enjoy having them with friends, and we're going to have to get together sometime and go clubbing. Ain't that right, y'all?
Yeah.
Well, folks, I do believe it's 9:30 something at night. I am ready to hit the night. Believe me, I'd party if I could, but I'll probably be up partying for a good while. All right, y'all. I'll talk to y'all later.
Have a good night, Mike.
All right, bye-bye. Folks, I hope you enjoyed talking to these boys as much as I did. I will catch y'all all later.